Right, to start the machine, press menu, press login. We have three types of login: user, supervisor, engineer. User, the code is 8888. For supervisor and engineer, it's 9999. So let's just go in as a supervisor. 9999, enter. That now gives us access to all the functions. An operator will only get access to the operate. So just to quickly go through everything, if we go in the setup menu, we've got the bag length, which we've got at 229. We've got the bag length compensation, which they call bag length revise, which we put in at 118. Now the reason there's two sizes there is it depends on the film you're using. Like you might use a film that has high friction or very little friction. So that's just a compensator for it. So you have to find that figure yourself. The set long revise, that is the same thing but for clear film. You don't really need to touch that, but if you're doing a bag that's made of clear film and you need to make some compensation on the length to get it to agree with the bag length at the top, just put some figures in there. Again, the figures you have to find. The connect quantity, that is, at the moment we just want to do one bag at a time. If we made that two, it would actually make two bags and they'd be joined together, and then it would be cut. So you'd get two bags joined together and cut. If you put 5 in there, you get 5 bags all joined together, sealed together, so you've got 5 individual bags, but they'd all be stuck in one strip together and cut. The wait time, that is the time it waits before it makes another bag. So that's in milliseconds. The pull film speed, again, that's the speed that it pulls the film down with the 2 belts that are at the side of the tube. And the put film time, that's just like a compensate figure again. 15 seems to work with most products. Maybe you'll have to change it, maybe you won't. Also on this screen we have a safe door, which is only accessible in the engineer or supervisor menu. By pressing that, you're allowed to open the doors, and an engineer can see the machine a little bit better with the doors open. The horizontal parameter, you don't really need to go in that. That is what sets the PLC for the position of the jaws. If you do need to go in there for any reason at all, there's actually a secret password in there, and we have that, so should you need it, contact us. We also have this choice section here, so you can program in what the settings for one particular bag is, and then you press save and it puts it into the memory. And then if you want to access one, you just find the number you want to access by the arrow keys and press choice, and then that will load into the menu, so all your settings are saved. So it saves having to type all the settings in every time you use it. If we go on to the menu and then we go to the set times, we have the set times for all the individual parts of the machine. The vertical seal, that's the spine seal. We've got a delay time and we've got an action time. These are times that the machine you use to get the best bag. The same with the horizontal and the cutter. The printer, you may want the printer to come in a little bit sooner, a bit later. The air, that's what we've fitted for the blast in the bag. So you can delay the time it comes on, and you can also delay the time it stays on. So you've got plenty of control there. The gusseting device you don't have on this machine, and the bag unload you don't have on this machine. So basically that's them. We go back into the menu and we're going to the function. Going to the function, we have vertical seal, which you can press manually to operate the seal like that. And then if you look back at the menu, that's to try it manually, and the auto on and off means that is on. So if you turn the machine on, that will work. The horizontal seal is the jaws, so by pressing them the jaws will come in and out, and again they're on because you want them to be on when the machine runs. Cutter, again, you'll hear it clicking in and out there. Just one sec. Right, that's just if you want to check it manually, and again we want that on all the time. The print, we've actually turned that off because we don't really need it on because we're only playing with it. But if you want it on, just turn it on and the printer will work. Now when the printer is working, if you want it to print anywhere else on the bag, you have to go into the control box, and there's a little dial there, and that will change where the delay on the bag. So if you want it at the beginning of the bag, or on the end of the bag, or in the middle of the bag, that will change that setting there. So that's how the printer works. The air, we've just put that air on for you, so you probably use that all the time, so you would just turn that on. You can hear it does work. So that's off. The bottom two you're not going to use, so they're always off. So that's that menu. The next menu is the operate menu. And what we have on here, we have cycle, which will give one cycle of the bag. We have bag length, which will just pull down one bag length on the, but it won't cut anything. I'll just do another cycle to get rid of that. So they're basically for when you're setting things up. The descend is just for your, so you know that your feeder's in sync. If you look, we now stop and we're in the test position. The test position, if we change that test position to the produce position, that means the machine is now waiting for a signal. As soon as the machine gets a signal, it will form a bag, and then another signal, it will form another bag, and that will form bags up to a maximum of 70 bags a minute. If you're testing the machine, get rid of that and just go to the test, and then you can basically turn the start button on, and it will make bags.